So I wanted to just speak briefly, as I mentioned in the notice, about the nature of an ally, because that generated controversy from some people who I think are very pro LGBTQ people, who said, well, I don't like rally; it's too antagonistic of a word. But I wanted to borrow from people in Chicago, a place called Pride in the Pews. I've reached out to them to see if they would do a Zoom with us. Haven't gotten it solidified yet, but it's a way to blend Christian religion with pride, and to say that the central message, if you take the central message of Christianity as one being of love, that is absolutely consistent with the pride flag, and it's consistent with love is love. So I'm hoping it's someday that they'll join us by a Zoom. But one of the things that they talked about is 4 different levels of allies, or 4 different levels of approaching LGBTQ people in an ascending order of love. So you start with the first A being antagonize. There are those who just actively do not like queer people, and who make no bones about it, and they say it loud and say it proud, and they wish that anyone who would wear a trans flag or fly a pride flag would just go away. Who believe that gay marriage threatens their own marriage. They are antagonists to pride. Up the ladder, there's those who accept. Okay, I accept you. It's okay that you exist. I'm not going to openly antagonize you, but I accept you. I'll tolerate it. There are those who affirm, who say positively, I am positive, I am happy that you are here, I will be on your side, I am glad that you are who you are, and that you have the freedom to be who you are. And at the top of that level, A is advocate. Someone who says, I will not only be happy that you are here, but I will do something for you if you need. You let me know what support or help you need, and I'm there for you. So it's going from opposition to tolerance to support. And on that fight in Facebook about that started with, I wish we could get away from the bizarre terminology of calling people allies. It's just so us and them. Why even think in those terms? And 23 replies later, back and forth about what I thought, speaking for myself, what it meant to be an ally. I wouldn't say there was resolution, but then the next post that wasn't in that string, but then was the next part of it. The next post was someone saying, quote, "This member of the LGBTQ plus community appreciates allies, friends, family, and neighbors. We have been discriminated and hated for so long that all support is needed by any name." So, not that any one person has the final say on any of this, but I tip my hat to that comment. Ultimately, I've talked before, maybe not a while, but I've talked before about the idea of who do you want in the foxhole with you. I used to judge lawyers by this, and I would think, if there's a legal war going on back and forth, do I want that lawyer in my foxhole with me, going after them, or do I say, no, I'll put that lawyer in that foxhole over there, going after me? And it's just a goofy way of thinking about who do you want on your side. And so ultimately, if I want to be in the foxhole, on the side of those who would appreciate LGBTQ support, and I'm happy to be against those who oppose. So for me, I want to be in that foxhole, and that's part of what I consider to be an ally.